taking on Tagir Ulanbekov. So I'm gonna start off with Allan Nascimento. He's got a 18-5 record. He's coming off of a first-round submission win over Ivaldo. I don't know, Lima. This dude Lima, but he lost a contender series fight against Raulian Paiva, who is a fucking stud, by the way, and is fighting Sean O'Malley.
Is that right? Oh yeah, he's fighting him. That's right.
Yeah, so he had a split decision fight against Raulian Paiva. So Paiva's ranked number 15th at bantamweight, and this is a flyweight fight. So this guy is coming in. He's definitely got some talent. On the other hand, we got Tagir. He's definitely decent for his size at flyweight division. He's got good striking. He utilizes his mind pretty well. But he doesn't mind the brawl. Like, he'll brawl with you. He doesn't give a fuck. His focal point is his wrestling, his scrambling ability, his top control. He is well-rounded though. When he gets on the bottom, like, he gets right back up. He beat Bruno Silva, which is definitely, that's something, you know. He took a bunch of calf kicks in that fight and was able to still get the decision nod. That fight was very close though. You could have possibly given that fight to Bruno Silva. But at the end of the day, he won that fight. He's kind of a stud. Looking at their size comparisons, they're both pretty big for the flyweight division. 5'9" for Nascimento and 5'7" and 7 and a 1 each reach advantage for the Dagestan native. You know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna take Tagir. I don't bet against Dagestan very often, so Tagir is gonna take this by unanimous decision. Probably pretty one-sided. Utilizes his wrestling, you know, keeps his legs in control, and boom. That's how this fight card starts.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one. Then Tagir Ulanbekov, 12-1 record, 4-1 in his last 5. Only loss is to Zhalgas Umugulov. You know, I'm number 1 fan of Zhalgas Umugulov. Lost his UFC debut. He won against Bruno Silva, right? He won his UFC debut.
Yeah.
Razor close though. They both had like the same exact. Yeah, it was nuts. And that a debut like that doesn't really get much harder than that. Bruno Silva's the real deal. He did have 3 scheduled bouts. Twice with Mateus Nikolai and Tyson Nam once, and he withdrew every time. So that's kind of like worrisome.
Probably had a nagging injury. I mean,
yeah, you never know. It's just another question mark. He's a combat sambo practitioner.
Wrestling.
Crazy grappling. He took Bruno Silva down 5 times.
Yeah, Bruno Silva got on top of him a couple times though too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But he's the only guy in the UFC that is able to take down Bruno Silva so far, and he's got 5 UFC fights.
Yeah, and Bruno Silva hits like a Mack truck, and he was able to withstand it and brawled with him.
Yeah, it was a brawl. He's taking on Allan Nascimento, 3-2 in his last 5. He's making his debut after that contender series loss to Raulian Paiva. He was able to outstrike Paiva in every round though, but he went 1 for 10 for takedowns. Fights at a shoot box. He's been fighting since 2011, 18 pro fights, 14 by sub.
Is it shoot box Diego Lima?
Yeah.
It's a good one. That's probably Brazil's best gym.
For sure. But overall, I'm going to have to go with Ulanbekov in this one. I think he'll be able to take him down.
28, but I could see a 30-20, 27.
But I will say this, he's going to have to watch out for Nascimento's submissions because he's dangerous from his back, and I assume that this fight's going to go to the ground and Tagir is going to secure a couple of takedowns. So Nascimento is dangerous. He's going to have to watch out for those submissions. But overall,
you're on top. You got 90% of the time you're going to get the win. So
yeah. So we're both agreeing. We're both going Tagir Ulanbekov. We're going to move right into the next one. Daimir Ismagulov versus Magomed Mustafaev.
Yeah, I was pretty sure this was way up there on the card, but apparently not.
Yeah, well, this whole card is so stacked, it's like crazy. But this will move up for sure. It's definitely going to be past the next one. The next one is like crazy. I'm going to start with Mustafaev though, 3-2, 1-1 since his hiatus that he took from 2016 to 2019, stemming from multiple injuries. But he's only 33 years old. Has notable wins over guys whose stock is shooting through the roof right now, and Rafael Fiziev. Finished all 14 of his wins, 10 by KO, 4 by sub. Only seen the third round twice in his career, though. Slightly negative striking differential, 3.3 takedowns at 50%. He's taken on Daimir Ismagulov, 5-0, and holds a 23-1 record and a perfect 4-0 in the UFC. Wins mostly by KO, TKO, but has gone the distance in 6 out of his last 10. So I definitely give him the. What'd you say?
Really good.
Yeah, I definitely give him like the cardio advantage in this one, hands down. He has a plus 1.85 striking differential, 1.75 takedowns at 36% accuracy. Hasn't been taken down yet in the UFC. Mustafaev has the power advantage overall, but I think Ismagulov has the better striking, much better cardio. Both guys are Sambo practitioners at a high level, so the grappling advantage is like a toss-up, but I'm going to go with Ismagulov in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take him as well. Mustafaev did have that fight against Brad Riddell, which was a close one. And he somehow knocked out Rafael Fiziev, which is pretty crazy. But then again, he lost via rear naked choke, which is honestly, then we're going back to 2016. We're talking about the hiatus there.
Yeah.
When you lose by rear naked choke is not something a very, very, very high level black belt will get choked out by, unless they're hurt,
Right.
Like, unless you like batter them with punches and make them a fucking white belt, they're not going to get choked out by a rear naked choke. And Kevin Lee was able to do that. So I do give the grappling advantage to Ismagulov, and I'm going to give him the fight overall. He's just a fantastic overall fighter. The odds reflect that.
What is he?
He's a pretty sizable favorite. I think he's minus 250, minus 245, minus 275. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, I like him in this fight a lot. I think he takes it.
Yeah, we're both agreeing again. We're starting the night off right. Both going Daimir Ismagulov. We're giving right.